Good morning, everyone, and happy early Memorial Day weekend for those of you getting a 3-day weekend. Maybe you're home right now, sitting in your pajamas, stack full of pancakes nearby, getting ready to listen to us talk about all sorts of things. This is Primecast for May 2019. I'm Will Hungerford. I do things. That's John. He does things.
We do stuff and things.
I'm a developer. He's the con manager, the con overlord. Makes all the conventions happening.
Conzar now.
Conzar, which we'll be talking a lot about Lock and Load today, because real fast, I want to talk about our streaming schedule every week if you've never watched us. So we stream twice a week, normally. Wednesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Wednesday is Dev Chat with myself and Oz, where we talk about CIDs and or what's going on in the various games we make. And Thursdays is Get Your Paint On with Jordan Lamb, where Jordan paints miniatures and talks to you about hobby tips and tricks. We will be doing Dev Hangout and Get Your Paint On next week, but that is the last week until after Lock and Load. So make sure you come and join us, because there's going to be a slight hiatus. Of course, we will be streaming from Lock and Load. You can catch us there. What you're watching now is Primecast. We do once a month, where we get people on that we normally don't see on the streams. We'll have like Mike Valancourt on later, who is our art director, to talk about some art from Oblivion. Unfortunately, Doug Seacat is not in today, but often Doug comes in to talk about lore. And the other monthly stream is the monthly Rumble, where we get on here and we play the games that we make. We do a live battle report with all of you cheering and or booing whoever you would like to. Tony, I see you reaching for the mic. What you got going on?
I was going to say that the next monthly or staff showdown that we do is going to be Riot Quest.
Is it? That's confirmed.
Ooh, I want in on that. I don't know how to play it.
I'll show you, Tony. I'll no-show. And we are being produced by Tony Konachek, our video master. So today we're going to be talking about Lock and Load a lot. And there's a lot of stuff we've been talking about leading up to it. So I want to real fast point everybody. If you haven't checked out the new website yet, first off, you can go get Lock and Load tickets, which are still available at pplockandload.com. And then if you want to read some articles and insiders about what's happening at Lock and Load and just more information about the games in general, make sure you go to privateerpress.com. If you haven't seen the website in a while, it did get revised. It is a new website, and there's a lot of really cool stuff on there. But come see us in a month. Have Primecast delivered straight to your face in person. No editing. No takebacks. Whatever happens, happens. We'll see you there. There's going to be a lot of good stuff. And we'll be talking a lot about Lock and Load here in a second. But let's go ahead and get started with the first thing we always do.
Drums?
I mean, we could do drums.
We should do drums.
Hi, everybody on Twitch and Facebook. It's good to see you all.
Drums.
You
were saying?
New releases.
New releases.
So we should talk about what came out last Friday for anybody who hasn't been to their store since last Friday, which you should go to your store and play games.
You should. Like, all the time. So first up, basically everything last Friday was Monsterpocalypse. We had Krakenoctus, who's the Triton monster. Look at his little submarine. He's going to beat you to death with a little submarine.
Yeah.
I kind of love this dude. So we had him for a while at a couple of the shows that we pre-released at, but the first time I got to see him painted was not terribly long ago, and Jordan did a pretty spectacular job on that guy. I love him. What does he do?
Oh, sure. So we actually played him on the weekly or the monthly Rumble. If you actually want to see Krakenoctus in action and Hammerclack in action, go on YouTube.com. Obviously, YouTube.com. Go to YouTube.com/PrivateerPressPrime. Don't go to YouTube.org. I don't know where that goes. Go to YouTube.com/PrivateerPressPrime. You can watch all the old streams. And the last monthly Rumble was me and Oz facing off with Krakenoctus and Hammerclack. Krakenoctus, Protector monster. I love him. He's one of the only models that has reach, which means he can make brawl attacks from 2 spaces away instead of 1. He has fling, so he can pick things up and fling them into other models, buildings, monsters, whatever have you. He also, he's swampy. He's wet, so when he steps in hazards, he flips them from their fire side over to their rubble side before taking damage. And when he gets into his hyper form, he actually has wind up, which says that when he does SWAT power attacks, they do super damage. And he gets to SWAT 7 spaces away instead of 5. Jeez. So he's all about, you look at the model, he's so happy about throwing that submarine at somebody. Yeah. And that's what he does in the game. He's only speed 5, but that's made up by a guy that has reach, fling, and just wants to tear stuff up. I love him. He is almost always in my pairings. I love him and Zor Maxim as my favorite pairing currently, if I'm playing competitively.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, they're really strong together. Yeah. Hammerclack is the other monster that came out, who is the Subterranean Uprising destroyer model that came out. And he also has some really unique things. One of his coolest things is that he's like burrowing all the time. So he gives nearby models next to him in his alpha form the ability to gain high mobility. So if you want to have things that normally can't move across buildings or get across hazards safely, he allows you to do so. He's also just really fast, really mobile. He's got like sprint, sidestep, stuff like that. And he's obviously more of a melee guy. He can get across the board when he needs to. Not really much of a range game. Helps increase the mobility of everyone else around him, and just beats dudes to death. Also, he looks like a giant Cephalix monstrosity.
Right.
In fact, can somebody convert a monstrosity for War Machine using this model? I would really appreciate you if you did that. It's like Ragnaros and a monstrosity had a baby.
So he's like tunneling all over the place, and then his bros
Die,
go with him.
insects.
That too.
Sorry.
And then, of course, last thing from last Friday, the Statue of Liberty.
Which I saw a really good one online on the Monsterpocalypse Facebook group. There's a Monsterpocalypse fan group, Facebook group, if you want to go check it out. They painted the model bronze first, and then they used like an oxidizing technique to make it like have the metal sort of shine through, so it looked really authentic. It was a really good job. I forgot who did it, but it looked great.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the monuments that doesn't turn into fire when it explodes, because the building basically has no guts. Right?
It's
so
incombustible.
there's nothing to turn
Lady
into
Liberty
fire.
does not explode.
Right.
She falls over and then she gets back up.
But she has some pretty cool effects. Lets you get to take an extra action, I believe.
Yeah, what she does is she has the rule opportunity, because it's the Statue of Liberty and it's the land of opportunity. It says any actions you can take two of them, two of the same action. Because normally every action in Monpoc you can only perform once a turn. Now you still are held to the rule that a model can only perform each action once.
Right.
But instead, say you had, obviously, let's say you had two saucers. This will let you abduct twice. Now a saucer couldn't abduct twice, but each saucer could abduct as an action. Stuff like
And
that.
that's an action die.
Yeah, it's really good. It also it works on the buildings that have actions too, so it's also just a fun thing to paint. And it's the Statue of Liberty. America.
I could see that working with your Shadow Sun Syndicate stuff.
America. Yeah, teleport's really good when you can do it twice. Also America.
Also America. All right, so then today,
Yep.
we move right along into some mercenary stuff. We've got the Steelhead Ironhead, which Tony just brought up.
Look at him. He's so happy to be beating the hell out of whatever he's about to punch.
You can't see his face, but I assure you, pure joy.
That face is happy. I need somebody to convert this model with the mask missing, put a head in there, and just they are the happiest person on the planet.
Ever.
Yeah.
You,
Paint a smiley face on the bottom.
Or, oh yeah, Mike Valancourt's behind the camera right now. He said just paint the whole thing, like maybe like actually green stuff it flat so you don't have the divots, and then paint like a smiley face.
oh no,
on
leave
it.
the divots.
Yeah, leave the divots.
Leave the divots. Yeah.
But I mean, super mechanic extraordinary. Not only does it have a great repair skill, it's got the power loader ability, so you get this like semi crane that you can do. Also, looking at the model for a mechanic, this thing hits hard. Like when push comes to shove and the enemy's in your face in War Machine, sometimes your mechanics are usually back there going like, "I'll bop you with a wrench, maybe." Whiff. Oh no, I'm dead. But the Ironhead, smile and all, will beat your ass to death and then fix a warjack.
Up next, we've got the solo powder monkey.
Dustin Von Berg says, make it a laughing baby head. That's terrifying, and I love it.
Powder monkey. He's gonna blow things up.
He's going to blow up. He's a dumb little monkey standing on a powder keg. Who does that? Why didn't no one say, monkey, get off the keg?
Because explosions.
Like, I've been around monkeys, and like they can be mischievous sometimes. A, you don't give a monkey a gun, and B, you don't tell it to stand on top of explosives unless you're like a pirate, because they're bad people.
Mrs. Walls, pirate, gave a monkey a gun.
Oh, monkey army.
Mercenary, specifically privateers, gave the monkeys a barrel of explosives
And a gun!
torch. And a torch.
And a gun.
Yeah.
He can shoot people with it. So, Powder Monkey, super strong in Talion and other Merc lists. He's got Empower, he's got Ancillary Attack. The Ancillary Attack only works on Privateer Jacks. He does have a gun. If you kill the enemy Warcaster or Warlock with the Monkey shot, congratulations. You never need to play War Machine again. You've basically done everything you can in the game, so quit. And then, of course, he has Catastrophic, because like that gun doesn't kill anything. And he has Catastrophic Explosion, so when he inevitably dies, he fires off, lands somewhere on the board, and
Explosions. Josh Cologne says, what a great monkey model. Hello, Josh.
Doug Seacat says, I think he just took the gun when someone was sleeping. Then who taught him how to use it, Doug? Monkeys don't learn how to fire guns by themselves. Someone has to spend time training them to fire the gun.
Striker just says, you can give a monkey a gun, just don't teach him to reload.
And, well, yeah.
Josh is the one that did the concept art for the powder monkey.
Yeah, and Josh Cologne, Josh, love you, miss you, is the one that did the concept art for the monkey, and turned out looking great. He's also just so angry. Go pick up Max FA. They're at your local store right now.
Do it. And then speaking of mercenaries, we keep going with the Sea Dog, the Scallywag.
Yep. Coolest looking Jack out of the new bunch, in my opinion.
Look at that face.
This is Shay's character Jack. For a light, boy just gets work done. He's not going to really, I mean, he can kind of fight a heavy, especially if it's been damaged, but he's more like just go into the middle of any infantry, medium or light, it doesn't really matter, or a cav, it's kind of relevant. Also, other light jacks, solos. Pretty defensive, can get in there, gets just a really high volume of attacks, and when you put him with Shay, his...
2 axes.
Well, and one of them's a gun. So he's also got point blank, so he's like swing, shoot. He's just an all-around, he's a value model. Like, you look at him and you're like, what does he do? And he's like, he does a lot of stuff and puts out a high volume attack and is really defensive. And he's just really great value for the points you pay for him. I mean, he's a character Jack. Specifically, really, really good with Shay.
Right on.
And he also, look at the skull face. Take the skull face off of him and put it on the Iron Head. It would fit. That's amazing. Someone please go do that.
Following that, we have the light war jack for the privateers, the Swabber.
It's not a light; it's a heavy.
Oh, is it? Oh, no, I've got it marked wrong.
Yep.
My bad.
So the Swabber is a new heavy, going along the lines of like the Mariner and the Freebooter, but does something very, very different. Shield guard, obviously very good at all times, and he has a drag gun. So. Pointed as it's just a solid utility piece. I think you're probably going to overrun 1 or 2 because you could definitely go Jack heavy with the privateers if you wanted to, especially if you're running Bart. I think 1 Swabber is great, and I think in some lists probably with Bart, maybe with Shay. I could see running 2. You just have a wealth of options to take, but Shield Guard dragging people in, it's always amazing, and I do love the look of them. I've always liked the look of the privateer Jacks.
That shield is so freaking awesome.
Sir Tall Blonde says Bartolo Montador's Drag Race. I'd watch that show.
I would absolutely watch that show and the Marvel stuff that we've been watching with Jeff. And then, of course, last but not least, you can also go to store.privateerpress.com right now and pre-order the Blockader.
Real fast, Sir Tall Blonde on Twitch says, good with Shay, quoting me, and says, he better be since he can only be taken with him. That's not true. You can take this model in Talion at any time. The Scallywag is being added got added to the army composition list. So if you're playing Talion, you can just take Scallywag. And then obviously anywhere you play Shay, you can take him as well. But you do get other options. It's just way better with Shay. Yeah, he's up for pre-order. You get a squeeze toy. You don't get Hamilton.
No, Hamilton stays.
Hamilton stays right here. So Blockader, a couple of notes for everybody. I know people are waiting for James, who's being shipped out with the Art of Kickstarter or the Art of Privateer Press Kickstarter stuff right now. People are receiving that model and they're getting the Riot Gear gear card and hero card. And they're waiting for the War Machine rules to go up. And for the Blockader, which is on pre-order, they're waiting for the War Machine rules to go up. I have those ready to go today. There is a graphical glitch on the Blockader's art. So right now his damage grid is like a white screen with the damage grid, and we're trying to get that fixed before we upload today. So if it doesn't upload today, it'll be early next week. If it does upload today, there's a chance there might be this weird glitch that we will resolve as soon as we can, and I'll make a note in the pre-release notes saying like we know about this glitch, just so people can see, because one of people's big questions is how much does the Blockader cost? And to answer your questions, the Blockader costs 33 points. That is where he ended up post-CID.
Legit.
Yep, you can go to Black Anchor and pre-order him. You can go to Privateer Press, store.privateerpress right now.
That is the place.
Pre-order him right now and get you a squeeze toy. You can spray paint it pink, put a little snout on it.
We talked about all the releases you can go get in the store. Black Anchor. I think we should talk about Mini Crate.
Yeah, let's get some Mini Crate.
Let's get some Mini Crate up in here. So first up, we have the Grey Lord Taskmaster. And she's got a pupper.
Yeah,
And
I
that
mean,
pupper's got a knife. Kador pupper plus knife.
it's a fell knife. It's a fell pupper. He actually has the Doom Reaver helmet and everything. Now, it's a good-looking Grey Lord, don't get me wrong. This is a great-looking sculpt. But let's be honest. We all want this puppy. Now, I think the puppy's a separate bit. Now, puppy's not going to be sold separately from this Mini Crate. Now, I don't know. Can you buy more than one Mini Crate model, or are you limited?
You can subscribe multiple times.
You can subscribe multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you need to do, everyone. Order 6 of this model. take the Doom Reaver puppy, make a unit of Doom Reavers that are all the puppies. I am telling you now, that is 100% legal and organized play. I will allow it every time, as long as you mark who the leader is. Yeah. So order 6 of this. I want to see Pupper Squad go in. And if you order 6 of them, you might as well do a VIP subscription. In your next order, you'll get a Bride of Arcadius. Make one of those a VIP, right? Do 1 VIP subscription, 5 standard subscriptions, get your 6 puppies.
You might have to do 3 of the VIP. Classic Bride of Frankenstein, I always forget the name of the lady from the Munsters. Mom, who's basically the Bride of Frankenstein, but you have to do the variant, and then 1 to be Elvira, because that's dope.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
3 VIP.
If you want to do 3 VIP, I mean, if you're feeling, if you're balling, go for it. Get 3 VIPs. But 6 puppies, come on.
6 puppies.
Come on, what are you doing?
I don't even think that's an option.
We play with toys. Like, that's what we do for a living, right? Like, play with your toys properly.
And then for Legend of the 5 Rings, so long as you subscribe by June 5th, you will get Moto Chigatai, the Unicorn Clan champion.
Yep, and the VIP is Shoshiro Sadako. Shoshiro Sadako.
Yes.
I can't say it right the first time every time.
It's been like 2 weeks, and we still all have problems saying it correctly.
Yeah. But yes, you can go to mini-crate.com/L5R to pick up the Legend of the 5 Rings models. So that's all the new stuff that's out right now. I think it's time that we talk to what is going to be one of the main topics today. It's mainly going to be you talking. I'm just going to sit here and play with Hamilton. Tony, can you hit the drums so we can move to the next segment? Because it's lock and load con talk time.
I love the drums. The drums make me happy. You know what else makes me happy? But also absolutely terrified.
Lock and load tomorrow?
Lock and load is basically tomorrow. Lock and load is June 21st through the 23rd at the Hilton in Bellevue. You can get your tickets at pplockandload.com. There are still some available. There also, they extended my room block, so there are few hotel rooms available, not a ton. So if you want to come hang out with us and then play games and basically just have a room to keep your stuff, because you're not going to sleep, you're going to play games the whole time, make sure to get your room locked in because those go really fast, and I don't know if they'll give me more rooms afterwards. Other than that, there's going to be, besides just a ton of stuff to do at Lock and Load, you're going to have your last chance qualifier. You're going to have the Iron Gauntlet, of course, which we'll be streaming the crap out of because everyone wants to watch that. We've got 2 different Monsterpocalypse tournaments. The first one is a single monster tournament, maybe for folks that are either just getting in or want a lighter tournament. And then we've got a full 2 monster tournament, which is standard 2 monsters, 20 units, full on destroy everything and have a blast while doing it. Then we've got 2 slots for the Stormbreak narrative event.
Yep.
Got one on Friday, got one on Saturday.
Can't say anything about it yet.
Can't say anything about it because...
Well, we can say this.
Stuff.
We can say this. If you follow the Stormbreak story, and that's the story for the fight for Lael, Winter Rampage 2019 was the first chapter where players' results influenced the next, which was the Stormbreak League. It's basically been the Resistance that's trying to take back Lael from Khador. And they've been smashing the crap out of Khador. So sorry, Khador players, you're being pushed out of Lael right now. But in the process, they learned that Khador has built a super weapon, the likes of which the Iron Kingdoms has never seen before, using technology or using materials and technology stolen from Zoo. The finale event takes place on and inside said super weapon. So it's going to be a split table event where people are fighting on multiple aspects of the super weapon, trying to either get it on or shut it down.
Needless to say, you guys have all seen pictures of Danny working on the Infernal Stable for Lock and Load for the Iron Gauntlet.
Yes.
You have seen nothing yet.
Yep.
So then we also have a narrative event for Monpok, which I don't have Oz here to talk about, but we'll have more information on that soon.
He did it at Adepticon, and it's kind of cool. There's a map of America, and every round you play, you're playing for Predators or Destroyers. Based on how your team does, you take over different parts of northern and southern America, and then which regions are under whose control provide benefits to the next round as everyone plays. And it tells the story of basically the obliteration or savior of our continent. It's fun.
And as Chad is pointing out, speaking of Monpok, sometimes you have too many dice in your hands, so we made a cup. Very simple, little easy cup. Put your dice in there.
You can
shake
drink-
them up.
you can
throw
drink
them
out of it.
You can totally drink out of it, and there are 2 different ones.
Don't drink this one. Drinking dice is a hazard, and you will choke to death. But
New way of rolling.
the new way of Mike Valancourt says new way of rolling. Just drink your dice, have someone do the Heimlich maneuver, blast them all over the table. Your opponent will concede. I promise. Guaranteed victory every time.
Now we just have to have special dice trays that we can sell.
But there's 2. They change colors. One is blue for the protectors. One is red for the destroyers.
These will be on sale at Lockano, right?
Yes, they will. And you'll be able to get them online if you can't make it. But yeah, come to the show. Get you a cool little dice cup.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be like $4 for one and a pair of them for $7, so you can get both of
got it.
them for a $1 discount.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, they're just quick, little easy. Make life easy. Keep them in your bag.
don't drink your dice.
Don't drink your dice. Because then you have to go buy new dice. And potentially choke to death on
Yeah,
it.
potentially
Let's
die.
not do that. Privateer Press does not condone the drinking of dice.
What else is in? What else is going to be like unique and exclusive to Lock and Load?
So everyone with their purchased badge is also going to get an exclusive 2019 Infernals Treatment Lock and Load commemorative badge.
Telling you, we have that. And by the way, that's the Infernals faction symbol for those of you that have not seen it yet.
There it is.
Yeah, but that was one of the top left that people have not. I don't know if everyone's caught that yet, but that is what the official faction logo is.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's freaking amazing. So you'll get the patch for free just with your badge, and then you will be able to pick up the Infernals badge at the show.
Striker 911 says you would need a strainer dice tray.
Just, we're not going there. We're not going there.
One.
We're not going there. Nope. Congratulations, you momentarily broke Hungerford.
And these patches are awesome. Everybody who goes to any cons, you see people's army bags covered in patches throughout the various conventions, organized play events that we've had over the years. Like, it's a great way to just show off like the history of you as a player. Also, if you hang out at biker bars and you want to look tough, the Infernal patch in particular will make you look tough. You do need to back that up though, so I don't recommend walking in drinking dice. Like, be ready to possibly fight.
Yeah, you'll have to beat someone with your motorcycle. That's just the way that works. So speaking of other stuff that's going to be exclusive or cool and fresh and new at the show, we've also got 2 exclusives this year.
Models?
Yes, 2 of them.
I'm ready.
All right, so first one, waiting for Tony to bring up his scene. Do not have the images yet.
What are you talking about?
So first up, the Lady Doom Reaver.
I love you, Tony.
Tony is the best of us. So we'll have the Lady Doom Reaver at the show. We've shown that off in a couple of places, but freaking amazing.
Oh, that's the pair of them that you get. That you can, again, so you get 2 of those models. Question came up online, could you make a whole unit of them if you wanted to in organized play? And just to remind everybody, like in Steamroller stuff, they do say, like, yes, absolutely. Just make sure you mark who the leader is. So if you buy 3 of this blister, you'll have 6 Lady Doom Reavers. That's 1 unit. And then you order 6 of your mini crate, Greylord Taskmaster, and then you have your puppy unit. And then you're pretty much set. You really don't need to do anything else.
You've won at life.
Yeah, you've won at life. Stephen Hoover says, looks like I'm drinking wine. This is just rum. And I'm about a pint in, so let's keep going.
So the second exclusive is going to be Zal the Ancestral Eye.
Is that the
That is the alternate Zal, the Zalternate.
the Zalternate?
Yes.
Do we have an image of that one either? Okay.
Tony is shaking his head no. So we'll get that up pretty darn soon in case folks hadn't seen it, but I'm pretty sure we had that up in one of the insiders.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What else?
So that's all the exclusives. That's
Okay.
all the new stuff. There will of course also be all the hangouts. There's going to be multiple hangouts with some of your different favorite staffers and talking about all kinds of different stuff. You'll get to hang out with Doug Hamilton, obviously. He'll sculpt some stuff. He hates spoilers, so he will probably show off stuff he's not supposed to. That happens every time. You'll get to hang out with Hungerford, the rest of the dev team, Matt Wilson, Doug Seacat, Mike Valancourt, who's over there. You can come pester Tony, but he'll probably have headphones on and be busy streaming. So if you catch him running anywhere, don't stop him. He's probably running to the bathroom.
Come find me at Lock and Load. We'll drink rum out of Monpot cups and talk about Riot Quest. Actually, by the way, I should have playable versions of Riot Quest, so I
That's the
intend to
goal.
be just playing Riot Quest with people the entire show as much as I possibly
I
can.
already have some of the models for demos.
Yeah. Just gotta get all the tokens and little odds and ends.
And then I just got this basically confirmed yesterday. But
Give it to me.
But for folks that weren't able to get into the art book Kickstarter, and might want to get James early, I should have her at lock and load.
Yes, because there was a couple people asking. There was a meme that went up on Facebook about James not being available, but we corrected that very quickly, and then the meme got taken down. She's gonna be sold separately, and you'll be able to get her by herself. So it's good to hear she'll be at Lock and Load. She was definitely gonna be at Gen Con.
Yes. So I mean, obviously, there's some potential with production stuff shuffling, and don't take anything too seriously. But everything so far points to her being there. And
Sweet.
it's only 3 weeks away, so I don't see that changing. But please don't beat me if she's not there, because she will be at Gen Con, and I need to be there to make sure she can be sold to you.
What else?
So we went over.
So we're gonna have
tournaments.
cups. Well, things people can pick up. We're gonna have cups.
Yep.
Patches.
Yep.
Lady Doom Reavers. It is Ladies All, right?
It was alternate. I don't think I've seen it.
I think it is Ladies All, if I'm not mistaken.
Ancestral Eye.
Yeah.
Dope.
So we're gonna have that, and then of course there'll be all the hangouts, all the tournaments, all the hobby stuff you can do, all the hobby contests, and then there's going to be demos of Riot Quest.
Yep.
Rum.
Yep.
And I guess the big thing is the new faction, right?
Yeah, the Infernals. Basically, the vast majority of the first 2 months of releases for them should be at the show. So basically through August, which I believe has already solicited.
Cool. Oh, and there
Yes.
is a question. Zeno666 says live keynote. Yes, the reason
Yeah.
we're not streaming after next week is because all the stream equipment is going to Lock and Load. We'll be streaming the keynote. We'll be streaming all kinds of cool stuff. But yes, there's going to be a keynote. And one of the reasons that we haven't been able to talk about a ton of new stuff lately, if it seems like we're being coy on spoilers, is because the keynote's right around the corner.
Yep.
And there are things that I can't even hint at, but everyone who's watched the Lock and Load keynote knows every year we show off the next big thing. This year's no different.
Sometimes a couple of next big things.
Yeah, so make sure you catch the keynote. You're going to see, we did that insider, like what's happening in 2019. There's more to talk about, and then there's more to talk about for 2020.
Oh, yeah.
And the keynote's going to illuminate some of our darkest fears and secrets.
Darkest fears and secrets. My darkest fear and secret is, well, that Lock and Load is basically tomorrow, and then Gen Con is basically the day after that.
My darkest fear and secret is that I don't get to sit next to Mike Valancourt and talk to him about art in about 10 seconds.
The drums are a somewhat indication, along with the fact that Valancourt is walking over here, that is going to happen. And it only took about
I have
6
nothing to
seconds.
be scared of.
And it only
Nothing
took
to be
about-
scared
It only
of.
took about 6
Drink
seconds.
beer and fight, baby.
We're done.
No, don't flip the table till I'm
You
in
haven't seen a
safe.
flag above my desk?
I have not.
Yeah, it's a Bruins flag that says drink beer and fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mike Valancourt, everyone. This is the art director here at Privateer Press. Bruins fan, huh?
Nah.
Nah.
Nah. Just grew up with the team, no big deal.
Okay, cool. Wait, there are two major hockey fans here.
Uh-huh.
You're one of them.
Yep.
And Doug Hamilton is the other.
Yeah.
Is he also a Bruins fan?
No.
Oh. Who's he a fan of?
The Blues.
The Blues.
Yep.
Is that a problem?
It will be.
That was mildly ominous. Why?
So do you want to talk about...
Stanley Cup Finals?
Yeah, so do you want to talk about hockey
okay,
or
okay.
do we want to talk about art? Your
Let's
choice.
talk about some art.
Let's talk about some art. So what are we talking about today?
Going to talk about some of the pieces from Infernals. I'm not going to show a lot, but I'm going to show 3 of the pieces that...
Is this this is from the upcoming Oblivion book, right?
Yes.
So
it is.
we just actually finished internally the last stages of that product. It's off at the printers right now. So if you haven't heard, there's this massive campaign book coming out later this year. It's called Oblivion. It's a box set. Inside, it's going to have a revised rules digest for Machine and Hordes. It's going to have the Oblivion book, which is chock full of lore, storyline, art. It's going to have entries for all the Infernals, all the Order of Illumination models, all the Archons. It has a full 4 to 6 week narrative campaign for 2 to 4 players that has branching paths. There's a miniature in the box set, the Hermit of Henchhold, and you get special omen cards for use in your narrative campaign play if you want to take part in the storyline of the arrival of the Infernals.
And a kitchen sink.
And a kitchen sink, and a Bruins jersey, signed by Mike Valancourt. Those last 2 are not true.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
It won't fit in the box, Mike. We can't pack it down.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little tight.
So show us some of the art that we're talking about. That this is in the book,
Yep.
and people haven't seen this art yet.
Nope, not yet.
All right, Tony, bring us.
Well,
some.
no, they've seen a couple, but
Oh,
Hey.
of-
now that is beautiful.
So that's an Infernal Master, right?
yep.
That is a beautiful man. Look at him. What's happening with his shirt right now?
I think he's pulling out that giant hockey puck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Doug. We miss you.
Good
see
luck,
you,
buddy.
See you at Lock and Load.
See you in 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Tony, did you just troll Valancourt by? Oh, you guys are monsters.
Well, when he gets to your lock and load, we'll know who's the champion is. So. Maybe we should make a wager over who has to wear the jersey, their other team's jersey during lock and load.
Those are always the best bets.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up some real art here to show off. Tony, what you got? So we've seen this one before.
Yep. This is the first cinema spread that we had done, which also doubles as our cover art for the box.
Oh,
Wait, what do you got?
I got special cool new stuff.
oh, sweet.
But,
Do you mind if I?
yeah, go for it.
So yeah, this is we said box set. So this is so hold on. Here's Hamilton. He's about the size of a really fat banana. Here's for scale.
Nailed it.
Let's pull it back so people can see.
Yep, it's a box. It's big enough to fit a book. And all
It's
sorts
actually
of
big enough to fit a really big book.
Yep.
So it's actually gonna have
And a
two.
mini.
It's gonna have
Except Unleashed.
yeah,
because
yeah, it wouldn't fit Unleashed.
what is that? 500 pages?
Yeah. So inside you're gonna have the campaign book, the digest, the miniature, and the cards. Sweet. This looks great. I actually had not seen this till you just brought it on.
I'm super.
I stole it off of Richard's desk.
This
and
looks
texted him.
really slick. Actually,
I have
dig it.
not been as excited for one of these types of sets where you get like a really dope book and it kind of brings everything forward since like Apotheosis.
Yeah. And this feels like that,
Yeah.
that sort of big storyline event. Cool. So anything about this art other than that cool reveal you want to say?
Well, we can zoom in on it and talk about some of the new Infernals and the stuff that's going on in there. So in the upper right, you can see the Morrowind Archon.
Yep.
Then we've got Amadamos, Constance Blaze.
Yep.
Down below on the left, you can see the Cultists as well as the Dark Sentinel, which is the one that's in the foreground who's got the fire in his hand.
Okay.
And then in the upper left, that is Vallon Hawk, the Fallen Knight.
Yep.
And
I do love the pronunciation of his last name. Everybody that comes on the show and every
Yeah.
show says Hawk's name differently.
really?
Yeah. So you said Hawk, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's not wrong.
No, it's okay.
But like in playtest the whole time, it's been Vallon Hawk, and then we had other people call him like Hoke. So Vallon of the many last names.
Yeah. Court.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
See what I did? Oh wait, and then the background we've got the Desolator.
Yeah, well,
okay,
the Desolator's up front shooting, and then I think you see is that the Tormentor in the back with the Gribbly arms? Or do I have those reversed? I can't see. Oh, I got them reversed. Yeah. No, because that's the Desolator in the back and the Tormentor up front. Got it.
Yep.
Cool. Well, let's, do you have,
So everybody's.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Well, people have seen a crop of this that is for this box.
oh, this is the new Infernals Army box, right?
Yep.
So
whoa.
pull that up.
Oh, that's sexy.
The new Infernals Army box. Let's put Hamilton for scale. Pull it back a little bit. So, yeah, this looks great.
That's a piece done by Daniels Castillo. It's one of my favorite artists to work with.
Yeah.
I've been working with him for years.
Nice. And you get a ton of stuff in here. You get Zadaroth, Desolator, Lamenter, Shrieker, Umbral Guardian, Quintus.
Flip it around.
Oh, you want me to flip it around?
Flip it around.
The Griever Swarm and the Cultist Band and Dark Sentinels all come inside the box.
All the stuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us about this piece a little bit more.
So this piece, the one thing that's not, if you look at the box, the thing that's missing from it is Princess Regna Grabnoy. So,
Yeah, Princess. And by the way, Princess Regna is the best Disney villain we've ever done. Like, I love her look.
She would have to. Those would have to be like carbon fiber or magical shoulder pads. Cause
Yeah.
that's pretty heavy.
That's some anti-grav.
But yeah, the dress is pretty awesome. Andrea killed it.
So looking at this, we see the Infernal Gateway in the background,
Yep.
which is open. They're all coming out of it. I see Winter Guard in the bottom right. So is this the idea? Is the idea of this scene that a gateway's been erected and the Infernals are pouring out into some Cadoran town or something like that?
Yep.
Cool.
Or city.
Or
And just
yeah.
a massive number of them that are kind of in the background in the upper sky there, just floating through.
Yeah, it's the hold on to your butts piece.
It is, right? Yeah, like that little, like sort of like tower in the top right near what looks like a crane. Like whoever's in there watching out is just like, well, I'm dead, and so is my entire family. Who wants to jump off?
Like
Because
the
this is
dirt
going to be
farmer had
terrible.
it bad.
Yes.
Doug C. Cat says it's a picnic started by the Great Princess.
Aw.
No, I don't want to go to this picnic, Doug.
Have some tea in there.
Yep. Cool. Do we have another piece?
Yep. And one last piece that nobody's seen yet. This is the piece for the Archons. Well, 3 of the Archons. So we've got the Thamorite, the Menite, and the Morrowind Archons in this illustration.
Real fast before we talked into depth of this one, I finally saw, when we were proofing the book, I saw the art for the Dunian Archon. The full art. My God, it is the most adorable thing we've ever done.
Yeah, I didn't know how that one was going to go, it's pretty cool.
I love when people see that one, you look at it and you're just like, oh.
It is so peaceful. It is definitely like the Mother Earth, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm on your side and the side of all that is natural.
But let's talk about this piece. So, anything specific you want to kind of say about it?
It looks dope.
I agree.
Andre did a fantastic job with this one.
Rikers is asking, will there be prints of these for sale? So basically, can you buy prints of these?
Sure.
Very likely. Very likely.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Man, the Midnight Archon looks great, and they're pointing out in Twitch chat right now that he's just probably really grumpy that he's having to hang out with the other two. Like he's probably like, fine, let's go kill the Infernals, but
That's a
afterwards,
fact.
you know,
I don't acknowledge you exist.
get back in your hole.
Yeah,
False gods.
the enemy of my enemy, or
Yeah. That's a really, really cool part. So do we have any other art to show, or is that the last piece?
No, that's it for now.
Okay, so I guess if you can't spoil anything, that's fine. Even though we didn't get to show all the pieces, of the pieces that were new that you worked on in Oblivion, real fast, what was your favorite?
I've got to go with the Zadaroth cinema spread.
This one right here?
Yeah,
from the
Daniel's
box?
killed it. Sorry, Andrea. Love you, man. But
And that's, I mean, like, Andrea's done so many amazing things. It's okay to have different favorites, right? Like, it
Yeah.
happens. Like, sometimes you got to just pick one, and it's different for every project. I'm ridiculously in love with the Dunian Archon. Because, like you said, I've never seen a piece of art we've done that has conveyed peace and happiness so much than that piece.
yeah, the Void Archon's pretty cool, too.
The Void Archon's great.
Yeah.
But when I saw the little bunny, the
Oh,
little white fluffy bunny that's underneath her cloak kind of poking its head out, and he's just like, meow. I was like, oh my God, this.
He's kind of like, what?
Yeah, no, we're going to have all sorts of fun stuff inside of the book
Cool.
for you to check out.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mike. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you. If you want to come talk to Mike and learn more about art and things that went on and just even ask questions, he'll be at Lock and Load, be available the entire time. So for
There's
you,
at least 2 hangouts featuring him, along with either Wilson or Doug or,
Yep.
multiple combinations. So
Yeah.
you'll have
We'll
lots of
talk
chances.
art.
yeah, come hang out, talk to him. Just don't wear a Blues jersey. That might go poorly for you.
Unless they lose.
Unless they lose.
Yeah, then they can wear it.
Then you can be openly mocked by Mike Valancourt.
Yeah.
That
He'll
could be-
moonwalk around you and just point and laugh.
Yeah. Cool.
times.
Thanks, Mike. Oh, here's your box back. Because you might have legitimately stolen that from somebody. All right.
next?
Well, we've only got one other guest today because unfortunately Doug Seacat is out. He usually joins us on Primecast. And that is one of the best people in the room right now, Jordan Lamb.
One of the best people in the room.
Yeah.
Well played. So, I mean, it's kind of a natural progression. Art leads to models at Privateer Press.
What up,
So-
dog? What up, dog?
How's it going?
Things are going delicious.
Jordan Lamb is the studio painter. If you haven't met him or heard of him, and also you should. He streams every week here on Thursdays at Get Your Paint On. So if you want to learn how to hobby or have questions about hobbying, from beginner stuff to super complex stuff,
Yeah, we cover a pretty broad spectrum of different styles and techniques and stuff. So,
when you
Yeah,
shaving,
check it out.
When you shaving your beard?
tomorrow, actually.
Yeah. How much?
Not the whole thing.
I will shave everything if you.
I
shave
mean,
everything.
if I really wanted to,
I will
travel
not.
back in time 10 years, I'd shave the whole thing off.
I will shave my entire face and my goatee off if you shave yours.
Would you shave all of your hair off your head? Go totally bald?
Will you?
Ooh.
What do you want to talk about today on the stream?
Ooh. Yeah, let's not talk about that. So today, I've got some Infernals models for you guys.
Yeah.
We spoiled 2 of them, or showed 2 of them yesterday on Get Your Paint On, which is Zadaroth and the Desolator.
Yeah.
So we can start there.
And you were also painting Vallon Hawk.
So I painted Vallon Hawk yesterday it was not the studio one.
Right, it was yours.
But we did show Vallon Hawk off yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which looks dope, by the way. That's probably my favorite model out of this entire range.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I actually am
haven't
in
seen
love
it
with
yet.
the cultists.
the cultists are really
The
good,
masked cultists,
Yeah.
especially, they look great.
which I do have to show you guys today, by the way.
Oh, really?
So,
Show us
yeah.
stuff.
I legitimately don't know what you have in there. Tony, do we have a special camera right here?
Yeah, we
Oh
do.
yeah.
We got the special camera. Get your hand out of the way.
Oh god.
Got short arms. Short arms.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Nailed it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that thing's so
Get that over here. Perfect. So this is the Desolator. So tell me, so this is the spray.
This is the spray rain.
Heavy,
Yeah,
right?
the spray heavy gets in there, debuffs all the enemies. Also, just can hit decently, but when he gets in there, he's got assault. He can spray people, drops
That's
their
awesome.
armor.
Yeah. I'm really excited about all these models. These guys are really cool. Every single model that I've seen for this faction so far.
You mind if I turn him around?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna
Go
turn
for
him
it.
around a
Yeah,
little bit here.
Get a shot of the back. So one thing you'll notice through all of the beasts and or not beasts, but
Horrors.
excuse
Yep.
me, is that they're all white. So the skin tone across the faction for all of the horrors and the masters and things like that are generally very white, very very pale. It's kind of like a bluish white. I don't know if you can see it in the camera here.
How is it different than a Legion of
let's see.
Everblight Warbeast?
The white is totally different.
Okay. But-
I would say a Legion of Everblight Warbeast is very blue. This is not this is more of like a greenish tint to it.
Okay.
But it's definitely more white than the bluish skin tone.
I think I would describe this as sick nasty.
Yeah, it's sick nasty.
Sick
Nasty.
nasty.
Sick nasty.
So who's next? Who do you want to show
So,
us next? Here, I'll move him back.
So
Showed this off yesterday as well,
yep, I
right?
showed this off yesterday. Oh god, this doesn't even fit in.
Oh, but that's perfect.
She's so big.
So this is
Zadaroth. Yep. And I think the coolest part of this model is as I spin it for you here, the paintwork you did inside the book. Now, are these actual infernal runes? Like, did you look those up?
So I pulled some stuff out of the Necronomicon, and
The actual Necronomicon?
oh, sorry, wrong book. Monsternomicon.
I was like, are we all gonna die?
That's how you get Evil Dead.
Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, sorry, the Monsternomicon.
What does that say? Klaatuv Rot
There-
and
there's-
Nictu on it?
Maybe it does in Infernals.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we are so screwed.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry, folks. Yeah, no, the Monsternomicon's got a lot of runes and words in there, and it was a really good reference for me to pull some stuff out of there.
I like the glow you've got going
Yeah,
on in there.
that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, the smoke was one of those things that was kind of a weird thought process for me, because it's in all of the photography and all of the, or not photography, but all of the art and everything, it's very smoky. It's not fire. It's not like billowing fire or anything like that. So I couldn't paint it like that. So what I ended up doing is doing this very, very saturated kind of underglow for this smoke, and then just hitting it from the top with one of our new paints, which we talked about yesterday, Asheth Gray,
Okay.
which is
Asheth Gray.
Asheth Gray.
Yep. And so real fast before we go to the next models, on Get Your Paint On yesterday, which Tony, is that on YouTube yet?
Yes.
So if you go to youtube.com/PrivateerPressPrime, you can watch the Get Your Paint On from May 23rd. Jordan showed off 6 new paints
Correct.
that are coming out. Do you want to say them off?
Yeah, so there's 6. So the first 4 are traditional opaque paints. So they're going to be Asheth Gray, which is like kind of a dark, like warm gray.
Yeah.
There's Amethyst Rose, which is a purplish red. We have Mage Hunter Green, which is a more traditional color that most of you guys will recognize already.
Yes.
Previously, it was to make that color, you had to mix 2 colors together.
Right.
So we're releasing it as its own individual color now, so you guys don't have to mix it.
And it's a great highlight color for if
Oh,
you're
it's
doing.
fantastic color for everything.
Yeah.
It's actually used in the highlights for all of the infernal armor and cloth.
Okay.
Which is how it gets that kind of greenish tone to it. So we have those 3. We have Bad Bruise, which is this really, really beautiful blue color.
Yeah,
It's got some like undertones of purple to it.
It's very regal blue.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And that's kind of something that I pulled into the deep shades of the skin tones for the white, which was really good. So those are your 4 basic colors. Then we've got a metallic, and that's going to be our Orgoth bronze.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a semi-metallic version of, not Dust Metal. We figured this out yesterday. Tony, what was it again? Never mind. All right. It's like a semi-metallic bronze color, basically.
It's like
so it's got
bronze or-
really good coverage. It's a really, really good base color.
Blighted gold, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. It's been a morning, folks.
Sometimes you open the Necronomicon and you just get all the paint names wrong.
Okay. But yeah, so the last one we have
Is the best one.
Is the best one, which is
By far.
Muddy Wash, which is a dark brown wash.
Yeah.
So
It goes on everything.
it goes on literally everything.
Prime the model white,
Yep.
paint it hot pink,
Yep.
muddy wash,
Yep.
done.
Yeah.
Just
It's
looks
awesome.
terrible. But like there's a lot of other colors it looks great on. And
Yeah.
there's some chat comparisons to another wash that has mud in the name of it that people might have heard before. It's got different.
I mean, mud is brown.
mud is brown.
Yeah.
It's just a solid
It's
dark
a
brown,
brown wash, yeah.
And brown washes, no matter which kind you're using, like just those strong earthy tones, just go good on so much. Especially if you're doing an army that you want to look dirty.
Yes, totally. The nice thing too is that we don't really have a brown wash or ink equivalent because our brown ink is very red, and this is a very, very neutral brown color that works very, very well to kind of dirty up your armor and stuff.
So those are all coming. We don't have an announced date on just when they're coming yet, but they are coming.
Right, they are coming soon. We're not sure exactly when we're going to have them available for you guys, but they are coming.
Cool. What's the next miniature you want to show us?
Let's get in.
You said we had some cultists.
Yeah, I think I'll save those for last because those guys are super cool. I've got this guy right here. This is the Lamenter.
Yep. And this is your man. This guy. He went through some changes in CID, but this thing looks awesome.
Those look like every part of him looks like he hurts.
Yeah.
Tony's like doing like
You know what he
literally
reminds me
like a
of?
little stabby dance.
You know, Tony, I do appreciate. You know what he reminds me of? You ever see? No, wait, you don't watch movies. I
might have seen it. We'll
in
see.
the 2017 remake of It.
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
At
Yeah,
the
no.
end, when the Losers Club is fighting Pennywise in the sewers,
Mm-hmm.
there's a scene that's a throwback to both the book and the original miniseries where he's a giant spider, where Pennywise turns 2 of his arms into things that look exactly like this and tries to kill one of the kids. And so every time I see this thing, I'm going to think of that scene in It, and I'm going to think of Pennywise, and maybe I will convert mine to have a red balloon on it.
That's vaguely horrifying. Please don't put a balloon on that.
Yeah, this thing looks awesome. All right, who we got next?
We've got the Shrieker next.
He has too many eyes.
Oh yeah, this was fun.
Why do you have
lots of eyes to paint?
Why do you have so many eyes? Let's get a look at his back real fast. Why?
All of the glowy little eyes. He's got eyeballs. Squeak.
He's like, no.
Why do you have so many eyes?
He's gonna see you coming, that's for sure.
God, I love
Yeah, so he has all those eyes, but none of them are actually on his head.
Hey, you know what? That's fine. Looks different.
It's-
Look at
it's
his little
really-
smile.
Don't make fun of him for not having eyes on his noggin.
Awesome.
It might be a little too close for the focus. Look at his little smile. That was nice. Yeah, he's got eyes inside his ear flaps. That dude is weird. Take it away.
Take it away. Yeah. He's cute though, in a very infernally sort of way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's the Crabbit of Infernals.
He really is.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we've got this guy,
Umbral Guardian.
Umbral Guardian.
Freaking cool.
So this guy was actually pretty recently finished.
It's a lady.
Lady, excuse me, pardon me.
I guess they're Infernals. I actually don't know.
Yeah.
They probably just are Infernals.
Yeah. I really like this pose a lot. This
So
it's
apparently
kind of like
It's super.
static.
It's super classic, right?
Yeah.
It's super original Monsternomicon look.
The horrible
Yes.
eye monster thing.
Yeah.
Doug Seacat says that's what you're getting made into after your soul is taken by the Infernals.
That's fine. I won't exist anymore, Doug, because Infernals rip your soul to pieces, and so I won't know, and I won't have any memory of who I was, nor will I feel anything, because I no longer have sentience. That's why trading your soul to Infernals is better being taken by Grimkin. We've talked about this. It's just math. All right.
Soul math?
This model looks awesome.
It is so cool.
Let's see. If
I still love all the different
she's
smoke
a little
effects.
smaller, so I'm going to try and see if I can get her a little. Oh, no, that's never going to focus. Oh, Tony, you got me? Tony, you got me, boo?
Tilt her backwards just a little bit.
No, there we go. Now that.
It's
Now
horrifying.
we're playing with power.
Power.
Nintendo power.
No gasoline, just power.
Yeah, it looks great. Awesome.
All right. And then probably my favorite thing so far. And you said you haven't seen these yet, right?
Not in person.
Okay.
Dude,
We
I
have
don't. I learn things constantly.
That's actually very true. That's
I'm
very true.
I'm working on all these things, and somebody's like, "Did you see this?" And I'm like, "No, I wish I had known." Tony's gonna refocus as you get those in place.
Oh, that dude's dope.
And these are definitely one, Tony, that I'm gonna want to hold up to the mic so we can get that under look once we get them all.
The
out
mic?
there.
Yeah, the mic.
The camera.
You really want the mic.
It's
to
got
see
a
this.
mic on it.
Oh, ooh, that might be true. Oh gosh, get these guys. See them a little bit better.
So this is.
I'm like reaching halfway across this table to do this.
So-
All right, so these are the cultists
and a Dark Sentinel, right?
and the Dark Sentinel.
Or is
Yeah,
that-
so
that's not the unit leader.
it's not the unit leader. So this guy right here is the unit leader,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is the weapon attachment, which is the.
With a scroll that you obviously pulled more stuff out of the Monsternomicon for.
So Tony, what I want to do here is let's try and take a quick up close look at each of these guys. I'm gonna try and hold them up next to the mic or the camera. This one's a little hard, so I need to move this guy out of the way.
Yeah. So one of the nice things about these guys is they're
It's awkward.
one of the more normal looking models out of the Infernal's armies. So you see, you don't see any white skin on these guys. They've got very normal skin tones because they're just humans, right? As far as I understand.
They're just humans. Yeah. All right, let's take a look.
But these masks are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Like just everything about these models are super cool.
He's gonna stab you.
Let's take a up close look at this Dark Sentinel. It's a little awkward, sorry everybody, because the camera in front of us is a very specific angle downward. So trying to get this thing to sit straight is a bit hard. Yes, my God, that fire looks amazing. Yep, looks badass.
Dope.
Is that you got any others? Yeah.
Okay.
Or is that the last one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's all I've got out here.
And this is the model that everyone will get in their copies of the Oblivion box set. This is the Hermit of Hingehold.
What's he got in the tube, man? What's he got in the tube?
If you don't know, this guy is Iozan. So he is actually an elf, which you won't be able to tell from just the model because he's got his big cloak up. But
And he's far more beardly than most of the other elves.
yeah,
Got a good old Gandalf beard going on.
that is, it's a bomb wizard.
He's a bomb wizard?
Yes, he's a wizard, but he doesn't actually have any powers. So that's not a scroll tube. That is a gigantic pipe bomb. And he just walks up and he's like, "My Patronus is arson," and he just throws it down and just. No, he doesn't do any of that.
dangerous guy.
He is real. I like to make up my own stories.
That's a big old pipe bomb you got there, bud.
It is, Tony. I'm gonna hold him in place for you. He looks just surprised to be alive. Oh!
I woke up this morning. I
What
wasn't
is-
ready.
Oh!
Somebody take this.
I need some oatmeal. I'm going home.
Need some oat.
Damn kids in your music.
Oh, are there actual eyes in there? There
Oh, yeah.
are.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is heavy.
He's,
Somebody want to carry this bomb?
he's definitely got the whole, like, glazed over eyes thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he doesn't actually really have pupils. Or they do, but they're very gray.
Yeah, you can kind of see him when I tilt him up all the way like that. There's definitely that little.
He's got a very large hood.
He looks like
Covers
he's
a lot of
seen
it.
some stuff and he doesn't want to anymore.
Yeah, I also didn't realize that Iosians could grow beards this long, so
Right.
that's dope.
Valancourt says he's been growing a beard since he was an infant.
Cool.
I just kind of want to stay a while and listen.
So, what are there any Infernal models you're working on painting right now?
I am working on painting the Griever Swarm.
Cool. Those are the flying ones.
Yeah, and then I've got another model after that that's part of the box that I'm finishing up.
Sweet. Awesome.
So, and then we've got a whole slew of other stuff that's coming in.
Cool.
So it's a good amount of stuff. It'll take me some good time to finish, but I'm really excited about it.
Sweet.
And of course, just like everyone that's been on the show and everyone that works in this office, you can come hang out with Jordan at Lock and Load.
Yeah. And if you want to just
be
learn
there.
more about painting, right? If you're not, you can't make it a Lock and Load, which you should come. Get your paint on Thursdays, 10 a.m. Pacific with Jordan.
Yep.
And it's a super chill stream. He just paints whatever he's working on, usually for his own models, like his own army. But then you just ask him painting questions, and you will answer. And often you'll have a topic, like you have a technique you're going over that day. That you're trying to-
Generally, yeah.
trying to
There's
show people.
usually something that we talk about. We also have our hashtag P3 Painters, which is a kind of a forum that we have through Twitter and other social media platforms.
To share pictures.
Instagram and stuff. Yeah, to share photos of your painted stuff. So we talk a little bit about some cool things that we see every stream on through P3 Painters.
And then, of
We're
course,
gonna get you through this, buddy. I will drag you, kicking and screaming. I will kick you, screaming and dragging. We will get you there.
I think I
and
need
then
to
of course,
leave.
in addition to the just hanging out and painting and stuff like that, come show off your models for the
I
P3
hope you drink
Grandmaster.
that.
Win some
Thinking
dope
about it.
prizes and get some really, really helpful and useful critiques. So no matter where you're at in your painting game, enter into the P3 Grandmaster. Doesn't cost you anything.
There's 2 questions on the chat, and I'm sorry, chat. We've had a lot to talk about. I know we have not answered as much of your questions as we would like to, but 2 that came up. People were asking about Oblivion because we've been talking about it a lot. It will be available only online, or can you get it in your local game store? It will be available at your local game store. It's something that stores can order through distribution and sell. That'll be like one of the main ways of getting it. And then before you head out, Julian Lesage. Julian, by the way, I love you, miss you, hope to see you again soon. Wants to know, were those studio models we were just showing off?
Yes.
Yeah, those were the studio quality models. So, hey, thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Can't wait to see you
Had a
shave. Not like the actual act of you shaving. I don't need to watch you shave,
It's really weird.
but I can't wait to see you shaving.
So, for reference, this man has been coming up to me every day for the last, how long has it been? Month? It's been a while. Asking me to shave off my entire beard.
Yeah.
Every day, without fail. I walk into him, or I don't walk into you. I bump into you in the morning.
And they're like,
he's
hey,
hey, when you gonna shave your beard?
yeah,
Yeah, every day. That's the only thing he asks. Then walks away.
yeah.
Very
enough.
comfortable.
I hope you get there.
I'll
And I
get
can't wait
there.
to see it.
Have you really never seen me fully shaven before?
No, you said you look like a 12-year-old.
I do look like a 12.
I can't wait to
It's
see it.
really funny.
So, all right, Jordan.
All right.
Thank
I'll
you.
get out of here, though, you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jordan. See you at Lock and Load.
See you at Lock and Load.
You know, in like 20 minutes.
see you Tuesday.
But Lock and Load is in 20 minutes.
Thursdays.
Oh, really?
Get your paint on.
Sweet. Well, I think that's everything we wanted to cover.
That's all I got.
Thanks, Mike, for coming on and talking about the art, showing off some of the
Yeah.
new art. The new Archon art was great. Thanks, John, for showing the amazing exclusives that will be available at Lock and Load. Patches, miniatures. Don't drink dice.
Don't drink, guys.
And thanks, Jordan, for showing us just a ton of new miniatures. And Tony,
Thank you
just thank you
for being Tony.
for being Tony.
And then, of course, thanks to everyone out there.
thanks to everybody out there. We'll see you next week. Again, we're streaming Wednesday and Thursday like normal next week, but after that, we are off until Lock and Load. And make sure you come watch the keynote if you're not at Lock and Load. It'll be streamed and all the games. Until next time, everybody, have a great Memorial Day weekend. Take it easy. Don't drink dice. Don't read the Necronomicon.
Do drink rum.
Drink rum.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.